Hello, users, and welcome to another broadcast. This is the Above It All program, and I'm here to do a show. Today! It's motherfucking Friday, everybody. And does everyone know what the fuck happens on Friday? Because, let me, in case you don't know, remind you. Yeah! It's fucking Friday, and we're here, and I'm doing a show, and I'm doing a show. Is it really Friday the 13th? That's great. Fuck yeah. I didn't even know that. I don't know what day it is. And so, doing a show here today, doing a little program, it's a little one, just, sprinkle it on there. This is me sprinkling. This is my sprinkle gesture. Yeah. Woo! Just sprinkling the show onto your Friday fucking morning. Friday motherfucking morning. You ever look at those calendars and then it says, like, WTF in the calendar? Does anyone ever, It's like, whoa. But anyway, so we got a show here today. I'm going to be talking about some stuff. And after I'm done talking about the stuff, I might transition for a little bit and then talk about some things. But welcome to the chat room. We have Johnny Too Late. We have Tyler. We have Donald, Paladin, Mr. Freak, and Champan. With a rare appearance in the goddamn. So today is Friday, actually. So that's interesting. So today is Friday. Yeah! And so, I guess we'll be doing, is it Friday? Maybe it's Thursday. I don't fucking know what day it is. I have no incentive to keep track of the days of the week. Like, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Thursday, who fucking cares? Who knows? Like, what the fuck? I haven't left the goddamn house other than to walk around the block, and God knows how motherfucking long, right? So who cares what day it is? It's the weekend? Is it? Why not every day be the weekend? Why have weekends and weekdays when you can just have weekends all the time? Like bread, the end pieces are the best. Now, there's some people that don't like the end pieces of bread. I think they're fucking stupid. You ever meet these dorks? These fucking nerds and dorks that cut the crust off of their bread? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, unless you've got, like, some, like, disability or something. I mean, I don't want to. But the motherfuckers that cut the goddamn crust off of the bread, I mean, talk about motherfuckers that need to go fuck themselves. Because that is, like, Jesus. Fucking dorks. Morons. Lunatics. Fuck. Okay? So anyway, now that I got that out of my system, let's jump in. Y'all ready to jump in? Is anyone ready to jump in? Are we ready? Are we jumping in? Are we jumping the fuck in? Imagine like we're in the middle of that plane, and the motherfucker hands you the parachute and then pushes you out. We're about to jump the fuck in. We're diving. You ever see Point Break? We're like Keanu Reeves and that fucking shit. We're diving through the woo! Right, we're about to jump on in. Holy fuck! Let's drink some coffee. All right. Got a program. I'm going to be on this show today. I'm going to be talking about Congress a lot on this show today. I think almost every news story I've got is about Congress. I'm going to jump in on some of the clickbait today. And this one's pretty clickbaity. But it's pretty good. House Dems torched. This is coming out of Fox News. House Dems torched over, quote, ludicrously evil vote against Born Alive Act. Okay, so if you haven't seen this one, this is good. Oh, look, Henry Cuellar. Good old Henry Cuellar. Nancy Pelosi's best friend. All right. So this is from Fox News. House Democrats are taking heat for the decision to vote against the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act. Yo, raise your hand if you're an abortion survivor. I'm sorry. Like, everybody, please raise your hand if you've survived an abortion. Has anyone survived an abortion around here? Does anyone know anybody who's survived? Yeah, hello, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm an abortion survivor. Oh, hi, Jeffrey. You know, like, motherfucking abort. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. Coined the Born Alive Act that some leftists trashed on social media as performative deflection for Republicans. There are some leftists that trashed the bill. They trashed it. I love the colorful language. You know, the colorful ass language. Hold up. This is like, alright, so I got this bill here. The goddamn Born Alive Act, huh? Born Alive Act. How about this? Yeah, that's right. Fuck your Born Alive Act. Trashed it, motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. I trashed that shit. Fuck. Alright, what else do we have here? What was that? Anyway, let's keep going. The act, which would require medical professionals to provide life-saving care for babies who survive attempted abortion procedures. I'm sorry, this is funny. And defines the infants as legal persons for all purposes under the laws of the United States. Passed the House of Representatives with 220 to 210. Yo, okay. So, let's dissect some of this. The word babies here. Like, the word babies. They're using the word babies very particularly. Babies who survive attempted abortion procedures. Now we know that like 80 or 90% of abortions happen before fetal viability, right? But in the very rare instances where they would happen in the third trimester. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm one of those leftists. To be honest, to be frank, post-birth abortion, I'm in. I'm all in. I know Republicans are going to hear this and then they're going to go like, haha, the leftists admit their secret agenda. But I mean, hey, post-birth abortion. I have a question for you. Do you remember anything when you were 6 months old? Like, are these really conscious humans? 6 months? 8 months? I mean, come on now. Let's go. Post-birth abortion. Obviously, I'm joking. But anyway, again, their usage of the term babies here is very specific in particular. These are not babies. These are, like, again, non-viable fetuses. Is it feti? I don't know. Anyway, so the idea that like, oh, someone's going to have an abortion attempt because their life is at stake, right? But like the baby's going to survive. If the baby's going to survive, why not like have a C-section and deliver the fucking baby? I don't know. But anyway, this is just a bunch of bullshit. There really is no such thing as an abortion survivor. Now, there can be an abortion attempt that doesn't work properly, right? But that doesn't make the unborn freak show an abortion survivor, okay? Like, this language here is hilarious. All no votes came from Democrats, and nearly every Democratic House member voted against the bill. Texas Democrat Nancy Pelosi's rising star, Representative Henry Cuellar, was the only member of the party to vote in favor of the bill. While his Democratic colleague, Rep. Vincent Gonzalez, also of Texas, voted present. Eric Shielder, executive director of Pro-Life Action League. It's the Pro-Life Action League. You know, they dress up as superheroes and they go like, we're pro-life. Ripped! Yeah, I love the language here. Hold on. They ripped it. All right, so this is what this guy did. So, ripped the tally. So here we have the tally here. So my name is Eric Shielder. Ripped it! Like, what is this language? Why are we talking about torching, trashing, ripping? Like, what is this? Like, come on, man. I mean, talk about creative, right? That's 2 pieces of paper I've destroyed today. Goddamn. I'm destroying the environment, everybody. I'm a bad leftist. I'm destroying the forests. All right. Quote, Yesterday's vote chillingly reveals. Oh, God. Oh, I've got the chills. Oh, chillingly reveals how deep in the tank the congressional Democrats are for Planned Parenthood and big abortion. Yo, big abortion? I'm down with big abortion, but let's not stop at big abortion. What about bigger abortion? Can we level it up? Big abortion's not big enough. Let's go. Bigger abortion. I'm ready. They aren't even willing to provide help to a tiny baby who survives a failed abortion. Again, this is not a thing. Okay? Like, this is not how it works. This is not how it fucking works. I'm sorry, man, but this is the funniest shit in the world. Okay. Because that shows too clearly how every single abortion violently ends the life of an innocent human being. Yo, these motherfuckers, man. Yo, I wish I had what these guys had. Like, drugs, I don't know, some sort of disease in the brain. I don't know what it is. But, like, the ability to get so offended at things that don't exist. Honestly, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Like, the idea that this guy can work himself into a tizzy, right, and get a little lightheaded over something that's not real. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Holy shit. That's like, it reminds me of when I was doing some drugs and I was staring at a doorknob and I thought the doorknob was crawling up the door and it started scaring the shit out of me. That's what it reminds me of, man. Like, these people are freaking the fuck out over nothing. You know? Like, there's just abortion attempt survivor. Again, I mean, goddamn, that's funny as shit. Quote, these abortion survivors have to be sacrificed to protect the right to kill unborn babies. Now, again, obviously, these guys don't support anyone having access to healthcare anyway, and they certainly don't support kids. They don't support any programs that have kids survive. You know, one of the largest ways that 5 to 17-year-olds die, did you know? One of the top 3 ways that 5 to 17-year-olds die is by suicide. Probably because, you know, I don't know. Probably because they have to deal with these Republicans that are trying to destroy their fucking lives, right? So, but obviously that's the duh. Republicans are freaks. Republicans are social reject motherfuckers. Republicans, now again, they use this language, so should we. Republicans are evil. If anybody in Congress is demonic, it's the guy that says, oh yeah, abortion is the worst thing in the world, but as soon as the baby is born, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. We're gonna defund the orphanages. We're gonna defund adoption centers. We're gonna make it so less people can adopt. We're gonna make it so less kids actually get food. We're gonna take away the child tax credit. But we're pro-life, and we love children. Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, okay. But let's keep going. Hugh Brown, Executive Vice President of American Life League. Okay, so hold the phone. Everybody, we got some problems. Okay, I'm holding the phone right now. Okay. So we got the Pro-Life Action League, right? And now we have the American Life League. Like, can they come up with something other than a league? How about, like, a table? You know? The American Life Table. I don't know. Like, come up with some... The American Life Group. Like, do we need 2 leagues that have the same fucking goddamn name almost? Jesus Christ. American Life League, Pro-Life Action League. Like, these are the same fucking thing. Okay, anyway. Provided the following statement to Fox News Digital. All right, this is going to be good. Check it out. Also, we get to look at this. This is the caption for the photo, by the way. All right, so you see this, right? Okay. The House of Representatives voted in favor of the Born Alive Act on Wednesday, Like, in what world does the caption for this photo have anything to do with this? Okay, but let's go back to the statement. All right. I'm trying my best here. Quote, Nancy Pelosi stated today, instead of joining Democrats to condemn all political violence, the House GOP chose to push their extreme anti-choice agenda. The Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act says that any infant born alive following an abortion attempt or who survives the abortion is a legal person for all purposes under the law of the United States. American Life League applauds Nancy Pelosi and her Democrat horde for finally speaking publicly about the evil truth that they so rarely speak. The truth is that Democrats believe that a child born in any circumstance that they consider an inconvenience is political violence. To a Democrat, a baby's life is violence. How sickly ironic. But, like, we keep going, yo. Okay, third line. Democrats have always enthusiastically supported the murder of babies through abortion. This evil practice lines Democratic pockets and funds their selfish lifestyles through the unlimited financial support and donations from bloodlusting groups like Planned Parenthood. The idea that, like, Planned Parenthood is just, like, awash with cash. Right, like, Planned Parenthood has, like, a direct siphon to, like, the Soros family or something. They just got infinite amounts of money, and they're just like, all right, Nancy, you want another $5 million? All right, let's kill some more babies. All right, AOC, you want $10 million? All right. Anyone, any Democrat, anybody, does anyone want money? We got money here. Like, the idea that Planned Parenthood is just, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, this is crazy. All right, okay, let's keep going. And the self-proclaimed worldly elite. What will it take for the good people of this nation to wake up and vote out those whose very existence is defined by evil? America is better than this, and it's time her people woke up. I told y'all in November and October that if Republicans gained the House, it's over. It's over. Okay? I told you. This is what I said, you know? Many people were saying this, but I was also one of them. Republicans take the House, it's over. Like, do you remember, like, this time last year, where, like, political conversations centered around Congress were like, oh, is Joe Manchin on board with this Build Back Better? Are we going to get a child tax credit expansion? Remember that was last year? Does anyone remember that? Now, we're arguing about abortion survivors. It's over. It's over. It's done. It's done. I'm sorry. It's over. Now, again, next election, we'll see. But as far as I'm concerned, right about now, it's over. Oh, God, it keeps going. What the fuck? Okay, it keeps going. Hold on. Okay, let's keep going. I didn't know that there was more. The American people cannot reasonably trust... This, like, entire article is just, like, a statement from some crazy fucking cringe organization. That's, like, this entire article is just printing their statement in full. Like, can we get some goddamn fucking... Can we get a summary? For Christ's fucking sake? Can we get a goddamn fucking, like, cliff notes on this shit? But anyway, let's keep going. The American people cannot reasonably trust someone hired to induce... Oh, wait, no, this is actually just another quote. To induce fetal demise to suddenly be in charge of ensuring that same child survives. Teresa Bukovac, founder and progressive anti-abortion uprising. Yo. Okay, hold the fucking phone here. Is this one of those anti-abortion progressives? Okay. Progressive anti-abortion uprising. I love it. All right, let's go. Pro-abortion Democrats like Nadler simply refuse to acknowledge this clear conflict of interest because it profoundly illustrates the humanity of these victims and the reality that abortion is murder. There is no safer place for a child born alive during an abortion than a hospital, far from those who attempted to kill them in the first place. What the fuck? Yo, these people, progressive anti-abortion uprising. I love that, uprising. Like, uprising. Fuck yeah! We're rising up. Hashtag resist. We're rising up. What are we rising up for? Are we gonna overthrow the elite? Revolution, you know? Revolution! Is that what we're gonna... No. Are we gonna rise up for better wages or something? Yeah, that's right. $20 No. Are we gonna rise up for, I don't know, better food quality, water quality, air quality? Yeah, that's right. I want to not die when I'm 40 from type 2 diabetes. No, we're not going to. All right. Are we going to rise up to, I don't know, fix the goddamn potholes so that, you know, every time you go to work, you don't have to fucking get a new tire? No. We're going to rise up for abortion attempt survivors. All right. Nadler has worked to expand child killing nearly his entire congressional career, and his statements show a total apathy for the horrors for which he is directly responsible. Yo, I don't know what's going on with this. I assume this is one of those freaks, but this bitch looks like she's scared. This bitch is like, Jerry Nadler, Gerald, please don't take my baby. Gerald, please. You know, like, why is this bitch so fucking scared? I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, I'm just judging the picture. You know, they say a photo's worth 1,000 words. Well, you know, there's like 20. Carol Tobias, president of National Right to Life. How many of these fucking goddamn organizations are there? Jesus. I'm surprised this one's not a league. National Right to Life League, in other words. Weighed in as well, telling Fox News Digital, quote, the fact that only one lone Democrat voted in favor just shows how extreme the majority of House Democrats are. This bill is not about abortion, but pro-abortion groups and their allies have tried to make it about abortion. So you're telling me the abortion survivor bill is not about abortion? Hey, I mean, fuck it. I mean, at least they're going for something. Yeah. The Abortion Survivor Act, or whatever the fuck it is. You know what? Actually, it has nothing to do with abortion. Oh, wow. Great. Who would have thought? All right, you ready? There is no such thing as a post-birth abortion. You had me at the first half. Allowing a child to die after birth is infanticide. Allowing a child to die after birth is infanticide. This is from the party that is also the current culture war thing, is they want more gas stoves in everyone's houses. And gas stoves cause asthma. And a lot of kids that have childhood asthma die very young. So just, you know, two things going on in the media at the same time that directly contradict each other. So that's fun. I also love infanticide. Infanticide? Like, I mean, murder is murder not good enough? Like, do we really need infanticide? Because you're making it sound cool as hell. That sounds like, you know, like a title for, like, a Nirvana album. Like, fucking infanticide, you know? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Like, that's cool as hell. Infanticide, like, yo, I'm in favor. I'm in favor. I hear the word infanticide, I'm like, yo, sign me the fuck up. I'm in favor. I'm pro-infanticide, whatever that means. Jesus. All right, let's keep going. On Twitter, the decision garnered criticism from GOP lawmakers and anti-abortion activists. Reporter LaShawn Turner responded to a tweet from ESPN culture editor Brittany Daniels' claim that the bill is currently law, tweeted Wednesday, if they enforce the born alive laws like they enforce immigration laws. Well, nothing could go wrong. Yo, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I'm sorry, like, what? What a shame! Rep. Bill Johnson from Ohio tweeted, almost every House Democrat voted against the Born Alive Act. that would require healthcare providers to administer care for babies who survive abortions. Yo, they keep saying it like it's a thing, man. How is this even a political issue? I agree. How is this even a political issue? I agree. Second Amendment rights advocate and radio host Dana Loesch, who in a previous tweet called the act a good move, tweeted an infamous image from the film Star Wars Episode 3. Like, okay, so we're not going to see the image. Like, they're just describing memes. This is Fox News boomers. Just, like, why not link the tweet? No, we can't link the tweet. Like, there's no link. Is there, like, anywhere at the bottom where I can find this image? No, let's just read this. I want to conjure the image in my mind. Now, again, I've never seen Star Wars Episode 3. But anyway, in which Anakin Skywalker, then called Darth Vader. Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert, I've never seen Star Wars, so now I know that Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader. Fuck, now I don't need to see the movie, I guess. So thanks a lot, Republicans. Stood before a group of young Jedi preparing to murder them. Quote, House Democrats on the Born Alive Act, she captioned. Damn, yo, she nailed it. Holy fuck, honestly though, like, wow. Like, I gotta calm down. She nailed that shit so hard. Holy fuck. Damn, how are we ever gonna recover? Anyway, oh, wait, let's get the leftist perspective at the bottom of this 9,000-year-long article. Let's see what the leftists have to say. Some leftists, including political analyst Sarah Reese Jones and Rep. Troy A. Carter, D-La, took to social media to blast the act. The ill-named Born Alive Act is... Well, I guess this is a Democrat, so I'll just use a normal voice. The ill-named Born Alive Act is a blatant attack on reproductive right. Reproductive right? I don't know, whatever. An appalling campaign of purposeful misinformation and an insult to doctors. I mean, sounds about right, other than the weird grammatical issue. Quote, the bill is a waste of time and uses issues that do not actually exist to mislead the public into anti-abortion rhetoric. Jones chimed in as well, writing, Republicans focusing on Born Alive Act, which is nothing but performative deflection from their inhumane platform. So anyway, it's over. This is what we got to deal with. Get ready for several years. Who knows when Democrats are going to win an election again, right? You know, who knows? You know, Democrats are notoriously really fucking awful at winning elections, right? So, I don't know. Could be 2 years, could be 4, could be 6, could be 8, could be 10, could be 20. But, just think about it. The last time Democrats actually had any window to do anything good for this country, all they did was give Joe Manchin 9,415 blowjobs. And that's it. Instead of doing anything for the people, they just gave Joe Manchin a lot of oral sex and then moved on, and now the Republicans are just going to take up space. But now all of a sudden, Democrats are talking tough. Isn't that great? Don't you love when Democrats, like, when Republican is in the room, Democrats are like, rah, 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 rah. You know, like those memes with the fucking, like, the dog, you know, and you got the big buff dog. Like, Democrats talking to Republicans, oh, get him, right? But, like, Democrats talking to Democrats is like, be nice to me. Joe Manchin's my favorite. I love Joe Manchin. He's a good guy. Like, you know, while we're in the subject of describing memes for you, there you go. I just described a meme for you. But anyway, that's pretty much, that sums up infanticide. Like, when is infanticide coming out? Like, can we get this shit? I want to pre-order infanticide because it sounds like it's going to be a good album, in my opinion. Yeah, so it's a show going on. But while we're talking about Republicans and the culture war, because there's no such thing as politics anymore, it's just all culture war all the time. Republicans are cringing out again. So Republicans on one side of the aisle are talking about the Born Alive Act or whatever, saying we're pro-life, we want babies to live, we want babies to live. On the other hand, they're whining and crying about gas-powered stoves. Of course, gas stoves cause childhood asthma. Childhood asthma leads to a lot of childhood deaths, especially early childhood, right? You know, first couple of years, you have breathing obstruction, you can die pretty quickly. So on one hand, save the babies. On the other hand, let's kill as many babies as we can. Fuck yeah, bitch, I love gas, right? So anyway. But also, you know what's great about this? Okay. So this is an article, January 13, as you can see here, January 13. So 2 days ago, Joe Biden said he agrees with Republicans 2 days ago. Joe Biden was like, I'm on Team Republican 2 days ago. And yet Republicans are still fucking cringing out. And this is why I call Joe Biden useless garbage. Even when Joe Biden says the Republicans are right, they're still going to trash him. So why? Why even bother? House Republicans call on Biden not to ban gas stoves. Nanny state at its worst. So first of all, gas stoves are not going to be taken from anybody. The most likely outcome that would happen, right, the furthest outcome that would happen is like 10 years out, we're not going to produce any more gas-powered stoves. That is like the, not even necessarily the most likely outcome, but I'm just saying, like, that's the furthest it's going to get. No one's going to go into your house and rip your stove out and leave you fucking cold and desperate with nothing to cook with. As if Americans cook food anyway. Can we talk about this one? Do Americans even know how to use a fucking stove? Like, I'm sorry, right? But in a country where 95% of Americans don't eat fruits or vegetables, look it up. 95% fiber. Look it up. Americans do not eat fiber. 95% of Americans don't eat fiber. What's fiber? Fruits and vegetables. What are they cooking on the gas stove? Like, I'm serious. I'm serious. What are they cooking on the stove? Do Americans even know how to cook? So what the fuck is this shit, man? Like, seriously, we're gonna whine about this fucking shit in a country where 95% of Americans are too fucking stupid to even know how to cook anything? Like, so, I'm sorry, but, like, this is the dumbest culture war thing I've ever seen in my life. And again, 2 days after Joe Biden already agreed with them! Joe Biden already agreed with them, and they're still fucking whining. Furious lawmakers are calling on President Biden to cease any efforts by his administration to ban natural gas stoves inside American homes. Republicans in the House Committee on Energy and Commerce sent a letter to the president Friday, writing, in strong opposition to reported efforts by regulators to ban natural gas appliances. Quote, this kind of intrusion into the homes of Americans by the federal government as a way of forcing a rush to green liberal policies is the nanny state at its worst. I have a question. Was banning lead paint the nanny state at its worst? How about food regulations? Is making sure we don't have rat turds in our hot dogs the nanny state at its worst? What about asbestos? Is banning asbestos the nanny state at its worst? How about leaded gasoline? Damn, that fucking nanny state. With their leaded gasoline ban. The nanny state at its worst. What the fuck? Yo, I'm serious, okay? Republicans, all of them, not some of them, not most of them, all of them. And no, not just politicians. I'm not talking about just the politicians. I'm talking about the voters. Anybody who would identify as a Republican in current year is a maniac. It's just that simple. These are not real thinking people. These are NPCs. These are zombies. These are sleepwalkers, okay? They do not have any inner monologue. They do not possess any ability for critical thought whatsoever. At all. Seriously, I mean, this is the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, I'm shocked. Like, I know Republicans, right? Dumb as hell. But this is shockingly dumb. Matt Gaetz is out there posting videos of him opening or using a gas burner into the open air. That's what Matt Gaetz is doing on Twitter. While he's hovering over the flame with his phone and breathing in the carbon monoxide. Matt Gaetz is literally poisoning himself on Twitter to own the libs. I mean, we're talking about if anyone is an abortion survivor, it's probably Matt Gaetz. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, this guy, his IQ is in the negatives, man. Like, breathing carbon monoxide to own the libs is a new level of just like, what the fuck? I mean, what? We're really just going to poison ourselves to own the libs now? Fuck, man. Talk about an abortion survivor. Matt Gaetz. Banning natural gas stoves is not about public safety. It is another example of government control, like other policies we have seen from your administration. Now, again, I just want to say, Biden, as of the writing of this letter, okay, they sent a letter on Friday. What is Friday? Friday is today. On Wednesday, Joe Biden said he agrees with Republicans and there will be no ban. Like, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, these motherfuckers are breathing in too much carbon monoxide or something. Joe Biden already said he's on their team. Am I living in La La Land right now? Am I living in motherfucking goddamn La La Land? Like, what? Joe Biden says Republicans are right. It's not going to happen. 2 days later, Republicans are like, Joe Biden, you need to stand up. And it's I covered this shit days ago. This is old news. That Joe Biden has weighed in on the side of Republicans. This is old news. Republicans are waking up today going, damn it, Biden. Biden, evil communist Marxist Biden's gonna steal our gas stoves. But he's already talk about abortion attempt survivors, man. The goddamn House Committee on Energy and Commerce, I feel like there's a couple of abortion survivors there. Yo, I'm sick. I'm about to pass out from this. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. To tell Americans what kind of cars they can drive, how they heat their homes, and how to live their lives. Yeah, is it the nanny state to mandate that car companies make sure their brakes work? Is that the nanny state? What if I want to drive a car that doesn't have an emergency brake, you know? It gets me, a little horny, I like, living dangerously, Why should I be forced by the nanny state to have an emergency brake in my vehicle? I mean, come the fuck on. These whiny baby nanny little fucking big government's making sure my car has brakes. Big government. Like, like, what? What kind of cars they can drive? Like, what is wrong with these people? Now, again, that is an incorrect phraseology. When I say what is wrong with these people, I am misdirecting you, because these are not people, okay? This is like, I don't know, man. I mean, we're talking about like living in the Matrix or some shit, right? Like, has anyone been playing at all with those chat bots? Like, you know, the new AI chat bots? Like, Republicans, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, Chat GPT is smarter than the average Republican voter and politician. Like, I'm serious. Like, what the fuck? If you want to convince me that these people are actually people in the same way that I am, I'm going to need to see any evidence of that at all. I'm going to need to see any fucking evidence. Like, one shred of evidence. I don't know why the page is like teleporting me to the top. I want to see one shred of evidence. Right? One little piece that proves that these are actually human beings and not like simulated agents of the Matrix or whatever. I mean, seriously, man. Like, what the fuck? Okay. The Biden administration caused an uproar over gas stoves earlier this week. No, they did not. Okay? No, they did not. Republicans just made it up. There was never going to be a gas stove ban. Now, I just want to say this. I support a gas stove ban. I support them going into houses and ripping gas stoves out and replacing them with induction ovens. Right? That's what I support. But again, that's not what Biden said. Biden said days ago he's not going to do that. So when this article says the Biden administration caused an uproar, they didn't cause anything. Republicans are just whining and like, blah, 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 blah. Like they're whining like fucking seals that are being abused, like at the fucking goddamn, like, I don't know, like wherever seals are that would be abused, right? Like, I mean, like what the fuck? Now, of course, this is written by Fox Business, so Fox Business is going to accuse the Biden administration of doing something. I love how it says here, the White House clarified Wednesday, by the way, that Biden does not support a ban on gas stoves. Like, is that gonna shake anyone out? Oh, Biden said multiple days ago this isn't happening. Why is this news? Like, the headline should be, dumbass fuckface Republicans plead Biden not to do something he said 48 hours ago wasn't gonna happen already. That would be a good headline. That would be, I don't know, truth-telling. What the fuck? Anyway, roughly 35% of homes in the U.S. use gas stoves, and the Energy Information Agency estimates that more than 40 million Americans use the appliance. Like, look at all this. This is a bunch of bullshit. This is the letter. January 13th. Like, I know you already said you weren't going to do this a couple days ago, but, you know, we took a little while drafting the letter. You know, it's a little late, and we got a virtue signal to our base, so whatever. Look at this stupid fucking letter. And look at all these morons that, like, fucking, look at this guy circling their name. Yeah, when I sign my name, I like to have a big old J that kind of turns into a circle around the goddamn. Who fucking, like, you ever see, like, my God, man, like, look at this shit. Look at this shit, man. These people are freaks. These people are fucking freaks. They're freaks. I need you to understand. Republicans are subhuman, Neanderthal, NPC, sleepwalking, zombie sheep freaks, okay? All of them. Not just the politicians. I'm going to go further than most people and say the voters. The voters are fucking freaks, okay, people? Yes, your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother, your son, your grandpa, whoever it is in your family that is a Republican, they are a freak. Write them off. They're done. It's over, okay? They're a fucking freak. I don't know what to tell you. Like, what the fuck is this shit, man? Seriously? The freaks are huffing carbon monoxide to own the libs 2 days after the libs that they're trying to own already capitulated to them. So let's get a timeline. Some random guy says, yeah, gas stoves actually not so good. 2 days later, a Republican complains. Like 3 seconds later, Biden issues the press secretary to say there's going to be no ban on gas stoves. 48 hours later, Republicans are huffing carbon monoxide and writing letters to a non-existent president that they think is going to ban gas stoves. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I know when you huff carbon monoxide, you get a little dizzy. You know, you go like, you might forget what time it is. You might forget what day it is. But this is January 13. And on January 11, if you understand the concept of linear time, right? Time goes in one direction. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is like a Christopher Nolan movie. Maybe Republicans are like actually like they're in a non-linear universe where like January 13 is actually before January 11, right? I don't know. Come up with another explanation. Like, I'm serious. Like, total freaks. Total freaks, man. Holy fuck. I can't. I'm sorry. This is a great... Yo, these are fun streams. I gotta do Republican Congress. Like, again, it's over for America, but I'm all in on this career that I got going. This so-called media career, if you could call it that. This is going to be a fun term. A fun couple years. This is like week 2. Week 1 was pretty good. Week 2 is gas stoves and abortion survivors. Like, come on, week 3. What do they got in store? What's going to be next week? Yo, I can't wait, man. This is going to be great. Fuck. God. All right. So while we're talking about Republicans, let's talk about everyone's favorite Republican who's in the news, Anthony DeVolder, if that is his real name. So here's a video that surfaced a couple of days ago of a Republican club in New York introducing so-called George Santos, new representative, as Anthony DeVolder.
Folks, another important speaker, another congressional nominee, George Santos. George, who we know is a friend, and he's known as Anthony DeVolder to me. So I don't know where George Santos came into the thing, but that's what it says here. He's the Republican candidate for the New York 3rd Congressional District, running against Pelosi puppet Representative Tom Suozzi, who is facing some radical left-wing Democrats in a primary. George worked at Goldman Sachs.
So anyway, he's now reading off the resume just full of lies. This is 3 years ago now. Yo, I'm serious, man. This is some funny ass shit. But there's more. So I have this article here from Mother Jones. In Brazilian media, even more reports of George Santos's lies. So what's going on here? We notice you have an ad blocker on. Yeah, not now, buddy. Get the fuck out. All right. In 2008, Bruno Simoes was working as a clerk at a store called The Salt in Niterói, a city that neighbors Rio de Janeiro. One day, a 20-year-old George Santos, this should be in quotes, man. Like, I'm serious. Like, can we get to the point where all the media is just calling George Santos in quotes? Or like, George, quote, Anthony DeVolder, unquote, Santos. Like, you know, like that's his nickname or whatever. Anthony, quote, George Santos DeVolder. Like, come on now. Like, we got to get to that point where, like, That, like, come on. Like, I'm advocating for that. In fact, I'm going to put that in my title for this. That's going to be in the title of this video. Anyway. Simoes watched as Santos picked out several pieces of clothing and shoes. His total added up to $1,313. A lot of money at the time, Simoes told me. Enough that Santos used 2 checks to pay for his purchase. The clerk grew suspicious. Later, when Simoes tried to verify the address listed on the checks, it didn't match the name. Now, this is 2008. This guy has been like a serial scam and con artist for like 15 fucking years, man. Like, oh boy. Oh boy. The clerk grew suspicious. Later, when said blah blah blah. A couple of days after, another man came into the store to exchange a gift from his boyfriend. A pair of sneakers Simoes recognized as the ones Santos bought. That's when Simoes realized he had been scammed. It was a gut feeling, Simoes said. He was too nice to be true. He was friendly and smiling, Simoes said of Santos, like every embezzler. The son of Brazilian immigrants, Santos is now famous for his lies. Last November, he was elected as a Republican representative for New York. But soon after, the New York Times published an expose revealing the newcomer essentially manufactured his resume and biography, lying about attending an elite private school, working on Wall Street, and having lost employees at Orlando's Pulse nightclub shooting. He is also not Jewish, only Jew-ish. Santos is facing calls to resign from voters and from Long Island Republicans, but has so far refused. Man, this is good. Simoes hadn't given Santos another thought until a few weeks ago when a Brazilian reporter reached out to get a reaction after the publication of the New York Times expose revealed the Queens-born GOP newcomer had embellished or fabricated most of his curriculum and biography. It seemed to me, quote, it seemed to me like a joke that he would be an elected congressman. Yeah, it is a joke. But that's America. America's a fucking joke. America is a shitty fucking hellhole. And its voters are the dumbest suckers in the world. American voters are some of the dumbest pieces of fucking shit that have ever walked the face of this fucking earth throughout all of human history. Let's keep going. Simoes said, adding he was less surprised about the fact that Santos was a Republican candidate. He was visibly deceitful, end quote. As it turns out, Santos that day with Simoes had used a checkbook belonging to a former patient of his mother, Fatima Alzira Caruso Horta de Volder. Now, interesting last name, by the way. Very interesting last name, de Volder. Who worked as a caregiver. The elderly man, Delio de da Câmara da Costa Alemão, I'm sorry, I don't speak Portuguese, was already deceased at the time. Simoes was then able to find a profile of Santos on the now defunct social network, Orkut. And after exchanging messages with the congressman, Santos acknowledged having messed up and vowed to pay the money back. Yeah, I wonder what inflation would be on $1,000 from 2008. Like, that's going to be a lot more money now. When that never happened, Simoes went to the police station. In a statement given to the police in 2010, Santos's mother said her son had used 4 checks that had been stolen from her purse. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Now, hold the phone, everybody. In a statement given to police in 2010, Santos's mother. Now, according to Mr. Santos, his mother died in the 9/11 terror attacks. So how the fuck, like, is this ghost speaking to the police in 2010? That bitch died on 9/11/2001, my friends. Like, either this bitch is like Jesus and came back again as a zombie, or there's something fishy going on with this Santos guy. Santos' mother said her son had used blah, blah, blah. I wish him good luck because he will need it. Blah, blah, blah. All right. On Sunday, a popular Brazilian late-night TV show called Fantástico aired a segment with new findings about Santos. The congressman reportedly used different names and nationalities, like Russian, on dating app profiles. Yeah, this guy looks Russian for sure. He used variations of his name, too, including George DeVolder, Anthony DeVolder, and Anthony Zabrowski. Whoa, 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 whoa. As someone who has a last name that ends with ski, I am extremely offended. I am extremely offended that this guy would LARP. This is cultural appropriation of my Polish ancestors. This is fucked up. Those motherfuckers died, not for this guy to be stealing our heritage. For shame. The Brazilian TV show reported that Santos splurged while living in Niterói in 2008 with his mother, who passed away in 2016. Now, this is a typo, of course, because as we know, his mother actually died on 9/11, so this is a typo. They meant to say 2001. Not to be confused with the Space Odyssey. In an interview, a woman called Adriana Demesquino claimed to have met Santos at a bingo parlor. Demesquino said they became friends and that during a trip to the United States in 2011, he went shopping under her name, withdrew all the money she had in the bank, and even pawned jewelry. When asked about whether she had reported anything to authorities, Demesquino said Santos bragged about having dual citizenship and that she felt powerless to come forward. This guy is so fucking funny, man. This is the funniest shit in the world. And Republican voters love it. Why? Because Republican voters are stupid. But not just Republican voters, Democrat voters too. And independent voters. American voters are fucking dumb as shit. Americans are fucking dumb as shit. They have no critical thinking skills. And they don't care about anything. All they care about is what color is on the guy's jacket. Is it red or is it blue? That guy got a red jacket. I'm gonna vote for him. That's all Americans care about. Because they're fucking dumb. So anyway, this story is great. So we don't really even know what his name is. What is his name? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Is it Anthony DeVolder? George DeVolder? George Zabrowski? Or whatever the fuck? What's this guy's name? There was this clip during the House speakership bullshit when the roll call person was saying George Santos out loud and George Santos wasn't responding to the name. And to me, that's the smoking gun. From that moment, I knew that George Santos was not his actual name. He is sitting there playing on his phone. George Santos. George Santos. George Santos? And then someone had to tap him on the shoulder. Right, so I don't know, man. But again, you want to talk about the dumbest motherfuckers who've ever lived in all of human history? Republicans. My God. Now again, Democrats, especially in New York. I mean, my God. New York Democrats. They're not that much better. But Republicans, fuck, man. That's the thing. Is that Democrats get dumber and dumber and dumber and worse and worse and worse over time. But then Republicans are magnetically, they have to be dumber. So when Democrats get dumber, Republicans are oh yeah? Well, we're going to get even dumber. And then it's just they're both flushing each other down the toilet constantly and circling the drain of IQ. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous, but this is our politics. We have to deal with these freaks. We have to deal with the American voting population being the dumbest group of fucking Neanderthals we've ever seen in our entire fucking lives. I don't know, man. Welcome to the freak show. Jesus fucking Christ. Neanderthals were much smarter than these people. That's true. That's true. Shouldn't give Neanderthals a bad name. As someone with Neanderthal DNA myself, as we know, white people have more Neanderthal DNA than other races. So, as someone that's got a little, I'm somewhat of a Neanderthal myself. You know, I should really... Ochito Benedito, who would we vote for if we were as smart as you? I can't answer that question because there has never been a candidate. Like, if voters were as smart as I was, we wouldn't have the set of candidates that we have now. We would have better candidates, so I cannot answer that question. How much do you think we have to suffer before Americans snap out of it? At least the rest of our lives? At least the rest of our lives. I mean... Okay, I'll say it this way. At least the rest of their lives. Did you know, by the way, 80% of Americans are anti-vaxxers? Actually, it's closer to like 83%. 83%-ish of Americans are anti-vaxxers, so they're going to get rid of themselves pretty soon. We just have to wait maybe a decade or so until they're all fucking dead out. But it'll happen. It'll happen. We just got to wait. You know? Now, I prefer, like, when you got a bandage on, I prefer the rip it off all the way strategy. But, you know, the legal system is going to force us to rip it off slowly. So we're going to have to wait a couple years. Because 83% of Americans are anti-vaxxers. And that's the world we live in. So it's pretty cool. Alright, I got one more thing to do about the house. So, I'm about to cover a subject that I know is going to trigger a lot of my left-wing fans. A lot of left-wingers have a reactionary hatred of anybody that talks about cryptocurrency. I know. It's like they just turn into Republicans all of a sudden when they hear the word crypto. They go like, oh my God! Or like AI art. You ever meet these people that hate AI art? Oh my God, I'm scared! Right, but anyway. So now that those people have been triggered, let's talk about crypto and let's talk about Republicans. House Republicans launching digital assets subcommittee after a troubled year for cryptocurrency industry. Now, if we're going to be talking about troubled years, I don't know, the tech industry is down pretty hard. I don't know, Tesla's down like 70%, right? So I don't know, man. Is it really just the crypto industry? I'm just saying, right? I know. But Republicans are going to come in here and they're going to regulate crypto. But how are they going to do that? Now, of course, Republicans love rich people. They love rich people. And so if Republicans are going to be in charge of any sort of cryptocurrency regulations or guidelines, what they're going to do is they're going to make sure that poor people have less access to cryptocurrency and that rich people have more access to cryptocurrency. That's what they're going to do. Now, we talk about banning insider trading, but these Republicans, you know, that all these Republicans, and we'll see how it goes. I'm sure that there's going to be some reflexive anti-crypto Republicans there too. But you know that a lot of these people are going to be having a lot of bags that are in the closet and they don't want you to see. Rep. French Hill, ARC, will serve as the inaugural chairman of the Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion. At a time of major technological advancement and change in the financial sector, it is our job to work across the aisle to promote responsible innovation while encouraging fintech innovation to flourish safely and effectively in the United States. And what they mean by flourish is poor people are going to have less access to cryptocurrency assets, and rich people are going to have more access to cryptocurrency assets. So, this is going to be cool. The new panel's responsibilities will include providing directives to federal regulators who oversee the burgeoning industry and cultivating policies to reach underserved communities, according to The Hill. Some lawmakers and regulators have been clamoring for more oversight of the digital asset industry after the year saw the implosion of FTX, which was once the second largest exchange in the world. I mean, we're talking about fucking obvious scams. I mean, FTX was the most obvious fucking scam in the world. I mean, seriously, anyone that fell for this shit is fucking stupid, let's be honest. Some fucking crypto exchange pops out of nowhere right before the Super Bowl, runs an ad, and then, all of a sudden, right? Like, I mean, I'm just saying, let's be honest. If you're going to get into crypto, right, maybe buying your crypto from an exchange that's been around for negative 4 seconds is not the best idea. But again, Americans are fucking stupid, so whatever. Sam Bankman-Fried, more like Sam Bankman-Fried! Huh? Sam Bankman-Fried! Get it? Because it's over for this guy. FTX's founder and former CEO was arrested last month and pleaded not guilty. Hey, if he said he didn't do it, then I guess he didn't do it. Yo, I love that this guy pleaded not guilty, but then also apologized for the crime on Twitter. Isn't that funny as shit, man? Right? Like, this guy is like, I'm sorry that I'm a criminal on Twitter, and he's pleading not guilty. Now, I mean, my God. Cryptocurrencies also plummeted across the board last year. Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, dropped below 20,000 by the end of 2022 and lost more than 60% of its value. Once again, the general tech sector has also been destroyed when it comes to the stock market. But again, I just want to be very clear. I know a lot of people have like next to no understanding of what crypto is, but reflexively hate it. Crypto is neutral. Crypto is apolitical. A lot of people say cryptocurrency is inherently libertarian. Not really. Cryptocurrency is just like collectible trading cards. You can invest in Magic the Gathering. You can invest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. You can invest in cringe coins. It's all the same shit. Now, again, if Republicans are going to be in charge of this shit, what it's going to turn into is it's going to turn into a money laundering scheme for rich people. That's pretty much it. Right? It's going to be a money laundering scheme for their buddies. And you bet, if they start weighing down on individual tokens, you bet that they are going to make a lot of money with insider trading. 100%. 100%. Now, again, I am willing to say if Democrats also wanted to put forth regulations on cryptocurrency, I think that they would probably do the same thing. I mean, we've seen what Nancy Pelosi did. Remember when Nancy Pelosi invested in fucking like goddamn like Intel and then flew out to Taiwan for like some like chip thing bullshit, and then her stock portfolio went right? So I don't know, man. Personally, I think the current slate of politicians, I don't really trust what they have to say outside of a couple people. I don't really trust what they have to say when it comes to regulating the stock market, when it comes to regulating any of this shit, because we know that they're making a lot of money in the back door, right? And so my opinion is you should understand what the fuck you're buying before you buy it. It's that simple. If you don't know what you're buying, if you're buying cryptocurrency on an exchange that's lasted for 5 seconds, let's be honest. I'm being real. I don't give a shit how much money you fucking bet. If you bet your house on it, you're a dumbass. Now, I say this. I have cryptocurrency, and I have a gambling addiction. I'm honest about that. But I'm not going to bet my fucking house on it. I'm not going to, like, mortgage my car. I'm not gonna fucking sell out my kid's child or college fund for that shit. Like, come the fuck on. So I know a lot of people love to talk about, oh, poor people. Poor people lost everything in crypto. No, they didn't. Gamblers did. And now again, do I feel bad that we live in a society that tempts people to gamble away their shit because they want the small percent chance that they're gonna win and make it big? Absolutely. Society fucking sucks and produces gambling addicts. But let's be honest about this, man. People have agency. People have personal responsibility. And if you are getting a second fucking mortgage on your house to gamble it away in the stock market, I don't know, man. Maybe you're just a dumbass. I'm sorry, man. I'm fucking sorry, okay? Now, again, I say this. I love gambling. I've lost a lot of money gambling. I've made a lot of money gambling. To be honest with you, I don't keep track anymore. I might be up overall. I might be down overall. But I don't want to keep track anymore because I don't want to depress myself. But I'm being honest about it. I know the limits in the same way that I know my limits when it comes to drugs like alcohol. Now, historically speaking, maybe I did not know my limits, but now I do. Anything that has addictive potential, you need to understand what you're doing. Cryptocurrency is no different. Neither is the stock market. I say this. I maintain that cryptocurrency is as serious and as real as the stock market. And when I say that, I mean money is all made up and it's all garbage. Markets are made up and it's all garbage. It's all a scam. The stock market is a scam. Rich people are manipulating the stock market to make some cash, and they're going to manipulate every market they can to make some cash. So again, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the poor people that lost their homes. I mean, I'm sorry, man. If you're betting your house on on Dogecoin, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I have no sympathy at all for some, like, now again, you know, I have sympathy in the sense that I want to fix society so that people do not become addicted, or that people have more educational access so that they know what they're doing is really bad. But let's be real. When you bet your house on fucking Dogecoin, okay, there's something going on here that maybe, I don't know, the nanny state, if you will, to use Republican terminology, maybe they're not really capable of fixing what's going on in here. If you're willing to bet your family's house on on poker, on whatever tech stock, on whatever, you know, I'm just saying, man. So anyone that lost money on FTX, I feel for you. I've lost money gambling. It happens. But don't bet your fucking house. Don't bet the fucking farm on it, dude. Seriously. It's not worth it. But anyway, Republicans are going to fuck this shit up for everybody, I'm sure. It's hilarious when people talk about crypto versus real money. I mean, yeah, like, my opinion, the American dollar is no more legitimate or real than Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever fucking cringe coin. It's all the same shit, okay? Money, the only reason money has any value is imagination. We're all playing in the sandbox at the playground when it comes to money. All right, we all pretend that castle of sand is really a castle. Yeah, let's build a watchtower, get a guard in there. It's all made up bullshit. So when people talk about, oh, crypto has no value, nothing has value, bro. Magic the Gathering cards don't have value either. It's paper and ink. Bro, you're going to spend $5,000 on paper and ink? LMAO. Am I right, people? It has no value. Value is subjective. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So, yeah, 99% of fucking stocks on the stock market are also fucking scams. I mean, I don't know, man. Honestly, I mean, I'm serious. Like, living through 21 and 22... seeing left-wingers react to cryptocurrency just like Republicans react to, like, I don't know, abortion is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I don't know. Like, I cringe. Like, I cringe when I see that shit. Like, oh, Like, and it's also, like, it's the infantilizing of people. Like, grown adults need to be treated like babies. Like, a grown adult that bets their home or mortgages their home or whatever on crypto, we need to treat them like a baby? Like, I'm sorry, man. How about you do something fucked up and you face the consequences? I don't know. But, you know, what are you gonna do? The exception of beauty being in the eye of the beholder is that Trump's NFTs are objectively hideous. Yo, the idea that Donald Trump called that shit cute is fucking hilarious. Bob Carmody says, my mom called the other night and asked jokingly, when are they going to bust down my door and steal my gas stove? Hopefully soon. That's what you should have said. Hopefully soon. In fact, I'm faxing your address to the Biden administration right now. That's what I would say. I got Biden on speed dial, and you're going to be first on the list, bitch. But, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I get sick and tired of treating a grown adult like kids. And that, I hate that mindset. Like, and and it's a two sides, right? It's two sides. Like, I understand Americans are fucking stupid toddlers and they need their hands held. And I want there to be someone to hold their hand. Right? I agree. Right? Most Americans are fucking uneducated, dumb fuck clowns. The dumbest motherfuckers we've ever seen in our lives. That's most Americans, right? So I agree. There should be someone to be there to hold their hand and to provide them information. And I'm willing to engage in that kind of stuff in ways. You know, I got a cooking show that I want to restart up again pretty soon here. I want to teach people. I want to be an educator. But you know what? I hate this idea that like do we have to treat all adults as babies? Like I said this earlier, 82%-ish of Americans are anti-vaxxers. Now, do I think 82% of Americans would self-identify as anti-vaxxers? Probably not. But actions speak louder than words, right? If you say, I'm not patting my head, when you're clearly patting your head, I don't know. You're either trying to lie to me or you're trying to lie to yourself. So when motherfuckers go out there and say, I'm not anti-vax, I just haven't gotten a vaccine in 2 years. Yeah. Are you trying to lie to me? Because if so, I don't buy it. But it sounds a lot like you're trying to lie to yourself. But, you know, QAnon has taken over this country. Think about it, dude. Free healthcare. For the first time in any of our lives, we'd have free healthcare. And 82% of Americans are like, free healthcare? Fuck it. Fuck it. Because Americans are just suicide bombers. That's what they fucking are. Except they're killing a lot more people than the 9/11 hijackers. I know I've said that many times, but I like it. I'm going to keep going with that. I think it's funny. Your mom is finally getting her first shot on the 20th. That's good news, Bob. One less freak in the world. Q Cock. Teacher was tasered to death by police after flagging them down for a car accident. Oh my god. I'll look into that. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, cops are never, ever gonna help you. They make everything worse. Like, unless you're rich. If you're rich and white, then cops are your best friends. But if you're only one of those things or neither of those things, you're fucked. Anyway, that's my show for today. That's it. The show is done. It's done. Fuck. It's over. It's done. God damn it, this seltzer is fucking my Anyway, everybody, I hope everyone is ready for the weekend. Yeah! Because I am. I'm ready for the weekend. Hello, Waffles. Waffles says, "You're a man." My a man is what? Please finish your sentence. Thank you. America, this is what happened when cousins fuck. I mean, we've had several presidents that are cousin fuckers. So, you're probably right about that one. You're out of weed for the weekend? It's a damn shame. That's a damn fucking shame. I, on the other hand, am not out of weed for the weekend, so I'm gonna have a good weekend. Woo! But Bob, I do want to give you a little bit of pushback, right? And Bob, you know, you got to brace for impact here. Get your vest on, you know, weigh yourself down, get a good stance, because I'm going to push you the fuck back, okay? I don't care what anyone's reason is. If they haven't gotten vaccinated, they're anti-vax. That's just my opinion. Now, you can disagree with that, and there can be reasons, and if people can have different reasons, and that's fine, right? Like, but ultimately, I don't care. If you haven't gotten the bivalent booster shot, you are a QAnoner in my eyes, and there's really not much you can do to convince me otherwise. Now, I'm open to the conversation, but, like, we're going on 5 months now that this shot has been accepting appointments. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I really, and, you know, I'm glad your mom's getting the shot, right? But when 82% of Americans, I don't care what the reasons are. The reasons, whatever, like, I don't care how you get somewhere, whatever road you take, if you take, you know, whatever, and whatever interstate, if you take a side road, it doesn't matter to me. If you take the scenic route, if you have arrived at, I refuse to get vaccinated, you are an anti-vaxxer, right? Like, and that's the language I use. That's how I'm going to refer to people. And if they get triggered, and I know a lot of people do, but fuck them. Fuck them. Like, I am perfectly fine with anti-vaxxers keeling over, with getting disabilities, with having breathing issues. I am okay with it. I love it, actually. Not only am I okay with it, which is neutral, it makes me happy. Like, when I saw Diamond, yo, another one bites the dust, am I right? Because that's the same population group that treated, like, gay people in the 1980s with scorn. When gay people, during the AIDS epidemic, were getting murdered by the government in droves, the average American endorsed it. So I say revenge. Now, you can argue against revenge. Revenge might not be a healthy mindset, but you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them. You made your bed, lay in it. If you haven't gotten a vaccine and you end up going to the hospital, fuck you. Now, again, am I going to wish for your death? Well, I may be a little bit. But if you survive, that's great. I would rather these people get hospitalized, barely survive, and then proselytize on why people need to get vaccinated. That's the ideal situation. You go to the hospital, have a near-death experience, and go like, shit, man, I was wrong. People, please get your vaccine, and I'm all good. Like, this is my thing, is that, like, I consider stupidity and dumbassery to be a temporary affliction. It's a syndrome, right? You know, so if someone is dumb, like Bob Carmody's mother, and then reaches a point of sanity, and becomes not dumb, I'm in. I'm in. Like, yes, you know, embraced. You are my friend now, right? And that's, you know, that's my mentality for being a left-winger. I want people to wake the fuck up, right? And, you know, I want to start using the Matrix allegories because right-wingers are all in on that now, right? You know, like with the Andrew Tate Matrix thing. So I want people to take the red pill and wake the fuck up and realize, yeah, you were stupid, but you have a reasonable excuse. You were born in America, for Christ's sake, right? We don't have schools that actually teach people here. Our culture is fucking dumb. Like, we teach our kids to be dumbass motherfuckers, and then we're surprised when they turn out to be fucking burnout deadbeats. You know? So, I say, if someone wakes the fuck up, they're my friend, and that's great. And that's what I want. But as long as you're asleep, you're a zombie, and I'm going to treat you as such. And, you know, I know that doesn't make me popular. Like, I could sit here and pretend to be someone else. Like, I know if I wanted to be a grifter, I'm just saying, and this is the insurance policy, if I wanted to be a grifter, I could, and I would be really good at it. Why? Because I know how the game is played. I understand how the game is played. But I'm not going to be a grifter. I'm not doing a podcast to be a representative of anybody. This is my blog. These are my opinions. If I want to say 95% of Americans are fucking stupid, I will. And you can't stop me. You can't fucking stop me. So, you know, when I say 83% of Americans are anti-vaxxers, I mean it. Fuck them. And if they get triggered, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit. Now I'm just, you know, I'm filleting myself now on my own program. But I'm allowed. Because it's mine. And you can't do anything about it, motherfucker. I've had too much coffee. But anyway, that's the show. I'm just farming watch time now. And anyway, subscribe to my other YouTube channel. That'd be cool, man. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm 39%. 39%, folks. Not enough percentage points, if you ask me. If you ask me. Not enough percentage points. I'm allowed to do that. I have Italian ancestry. So, anyway, it. Am I going to stream on Twitch today? I don't know. I kind of stream on Twitch like mood dependent. Now I will say, I don't really like streaming. I mean, like this show is something different for me because this show is like a catharsis kind of thing. But like Twitch streaming, I don't really inherently like it. Like to me, it's like an obstacle that I have to push through, right? And so there's rare windows when I like streaming and that I'm motivated to stream. And I don't, you know, I try not to compel myself to do things. I don't want to be in a position where I feel like I'm streaming, but I'm not enjoying it, you know? So when I want to stream, I'll stream. And it's just mood dependent, you know? So I might stream today. I would say probably. But I'm always open to changing my mind. I don't want the Twitch streams to be anything other than unplanned. Outside of like, you know, I do some of the like the Halloween stuff, the Christmas stuff, like that's fine. Like, but outside of that, like I kind of just like the free form. You know, I want to start it when I want and stop it when I want, and you know, But yeah, if I do stream, I am going to be playing Memento Mori once again. So that's a classic. When I stream, I like streaming the long stuff, but I don't like streaming the short runs because when I stream short runs, I get frustrated and then I get embarrassed and then it turns into a cycle that just like makes me perform worse. But long runs is a little bit easier because like, you know, it's long anyway, so there's like long focus, and then I have the side effect excuse of ignoring the chat, and that's like a big thing for me. Is I don't, whatever. Waffles, my friend, like, if you're going to try to insult me and make me feel bad, it's not working. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, all you're doing is giving me money in the form of watch time. You're paying me to, like, and I'm down. I'm down to farm your watch time. If you want to come here and tell me about my men, what's like the reverse of a harem? Like, is that what this guy is implying? Like, I've got, like, what's the opposite of that? Like, I've got a harem of men that I have in chains. I guess it's just a reverse harem. Or whatever. Yeah, so yeah. If you want to imply that I've got a reverse harem, they're locked up in my basement, my little sex slaves, I'm down. Like, that's cool. And if that's like the version of me that you want to craft in your mind, that's fine. Like, I'm okay with that. As long as you give me the watch time, like, as long as you're watching the stream and paying me to listen to your cringe, I'm all in. I'm all in. But that's my other channel. I just posted it. Trying to farm that watch time. Okay, this one's good. This one's good. Aren't, but like with no E, aren't you as rates at... Yo, this motherfucker, I'm telling you, this is like a chat bot. This is not even a chatbot would make that many typos, though. That's the thing. The uniquely human stupidity. Aren't you ass rates at... Like, what the fuck are you saying, man? Like, this is a riddle. This is like the linguistic, like, version of the Rubik's Cube. Right? Like, this is like motherfuckers motherfuckers like got a Rubik's Cube, but it's not a cube. It's like a fucking goddamn, like... I don't know, what is, like, I don't know. What do they call, like, a hexagon? But, like, is there, like, a prism version of that? I don't even know. This is, like, a 4-dimensional Rubik's Cube. This guy, aren't you as rates at 61%? I mean, fuck. Let's bring out the dodecahedron cube. Or Rubik's dodecahedron. I'm in. Let's play the game. Like, what the fuck? And this is the state. This is why, like, I have grown numb to, like, I get death threats from these fucking morons, like, almost every day, right? I get people harassing the shit out of me and telling me to kill myself every day, whatever, right? But, like, I'm numb to it at this point because these people are just so fucking stupid. Like, it's an addiction for them. Like, think about it, right? Like, you spend your life watching videos that you don't like just so you can tell people how much you don't like them. I mean, that's like the equivalent of like when Elvis Presley was selling I Hate Elvis merchandise. You know what I mean? Like, they are paying me to have the privilege of telling me that they didn't like my content and they do it every day. I mean, okay, I'm in. By the way, rip Lisa Marie Presley, etc. 41% of cops beat their partners. It's true. Yeah, anytime that someone... Like, yeah, my only issue with the right-wing thing is when they, like, try to kill me. Like, once you try to actually inflict physical harm on me, then I'm a little concerned, you know? But outside of that, I embrace it. Go for it, buddy. Tell me about my reverse harem that I have. Please tell me more about my as rates. Fucking as rates. Aren't you as rates? Like, fuck. And this motherfucker's like spelling out percent instead of using the mathematical symbol, which is even better too. Because they're trying to be like, oh, look at me. I say percent instead of using the symbol. But they can't, like, but every other part of it is just fucking a fail. An epic fail, if you will. Yo, Ochito with the based fucking... This is like your brain on republicanism. 41% of cops beating their wives isn't a big deal because 41% of human beings do it too. So it's consistent. Okay, let me read this. Don't get me wrong. I dislike law enforcement as much as anybody. But I'm pretty sure that 41% of human beings on Earth abuse their spouses. I mean, damn. This is your brain. This is your brain on conservative media. But it's all good. Ochito is here to get a little dose of some medicine. That's fine, you know. We'll see. You keep watching, maybe you'll become a lefty. Maybe even you'll become an anarchist. Ooh. Ooh. Or, uh-oh, and what about this? Maybe you'll become a communist. Oh! But hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, when 95% of Americans don't know how to cook or eat fruits or vegetables, I mean, anything is possible. Like, I mean, seriously, man, 95% of Americans are so fucking stupid that they don't eat vegetables. So it wouldn't surprise me if 41% of Americans beat the shit out of their spouses or their kids or their fucking whatever. You know, that wouldn't surprise me. I'll say, hey, Shayna. Also, I have to pee, so now the show is over. Everybody, have a good weekend. I will see you later.
Yeah!